We are ending our 15th weekend, and today is our 30th class in quantum psychotherapy. And our topic today is reach out into the future and pull in the right possibilities from the 0 point field. We have come to this stage of our journey into the inner hermitage, the spiritual mystical realm, the quantum field of the minutest particles that defy classical laws and obey quantum principles, making possible at the energetic level what's not at the classic level, like quantum jumping, like quantum tunneling. Are you ready for today? And all this is done due to one powerful concept that we've come to understand as the 0 point field embedded within your aura, a field of energy, a mediator of information and energy between your aura and the unified field, that quantum spiritual mystical realm. It's the energy reservoir. That 0 point field is the energy reservoir from which all systems refuel. While it is the lowest energy state in the quantum field, it is the field of infinite awareness that is ripe with all possibility and limitless creative potential. It is the holy womb of possibility from which all matter and thoughts emerge. It is the background hum connecting every person, every action, and thought in a vast web of energy. This 0 point field is the blueprint in flow with life. It is the frequency of the great silence, the great stillness beyond duality of past, future, good and bad, that dissolve into one balanced center as we aren't reacting to the past or fearing the future. The 0 point field is the doorway through which we exit our past and enter infinite possibilities, that home frequency that we can return to, that is never permanently distorted by external chaos. That 0 point field is never defiled, it's never disturbed and distorted by chaotic external fields and events and circumstances. This 0 point field is where the unknown, where uncertainty creates a new reality of infinite possibilities. And it is from this 0 point state that we can call in that version of ourselves and match our energy with that version of the self that we want to become. In classical physics, a vacuum is a total emptiness where nothing exists. In quantum mechanics, this vacuum takes on a different definition altogether. A vacuum in quantum mechanics is a sea of quantum fluctuations where virtual particles like electrons pop in and out of existence in trillions of a second. And the 0 point field is the sum of all this activity. And the 0 point field exists in every cubic centimeter of the universe as a massive reservoir of energy. All we see as a solid, your physical body, the house that you have, the car and the phone and the laptop, all that we see as solid is floating on a sea of invisible, microscopic energy that connects every point in the cosmos. Remember, what's happening in the internal state of our beliefs, our intentions, our thoughts, words, and emotions, and choices and actions is emitted into our aura, which communicates all that frequency and vibration into the unified or quantum field that reflects this back to us in the same frequency that we have emitted it. So our aura interacts with the united or the unified field, the quantum field, through the 0 point field. And the 0 point field as a mediator is the energy reservoir, is the reservoir of energy, that vibrant ocean of energy, the fundamental energetic substrate of all physical reality. The ground state, the vacuum state, providing the energy of subatomic particles to stay stable and refueled. And our coherent aura is in constant dynamic equilibrium with the 0 point field, and it resonates and exchanges information with it. Your aura is very powerful because your aura, by coupling with the 0 point field, which is the sea from which all matter emerges, your aura is linked to the unified field that connects all individual consciousness to the broader cosmos. So to connect to the 0 point field, and the command of your own aura. Your aura is the energetic blueprint of the soul, of your personal bioelectromagnetic field that reads and interprets information from the 0 point field. And the 0 point field is the universal source code, and your aura is the personal interface that broadcasts your leadership frequency, because you are your own leader of your own human frequency, of your own biofrequency of your aura. So just as subatomic particles refuel from the 0 point field to stay stable, you yourself as the leader of your own body refuels by tapping where your heart and mind align. And you gain greater access to the intelligence in the 0 point field. How are you leading your aura? How are you leading your thoughts, your intentions, your emotions, your choices, and beliefs? Through your aura, through the 0 point field. These that are broadcasted to the unified field of the cosmos that reflects them back to you. Because what we send out as outgoing mail is what we will receive back in the events and circumstances and situations and conditions that we will experience. Are we now ready to govern what we send out as our outgoing mail to create the reality that we want? And this means that we are ready to reach out into the future to harvest the potential from the 0 point field and to transform our personal leadership and management of our own coherent aura into one energetic stewardship. Because every individual is a sovereign leader of their own aura. You take command of your own aura, of your own human energy field. And once you take command of your energy field, you will be able to reach out into the future to harvest that full potential of the version of yourself that you are becoming. Your aura as a command center is where you lead your aura to take responsibility of the frequency that you emit out into the cosmos. And you already know that the 0 point field is that stable state of perfect, unshakable stillness that contains all possible outcomes simultaneously. As a leader of your own aura, you don't just create possibilities, you tune into them. An aura with reactive stress acts like a radio, unable to catch the signal of a higher future version of you. So we have to maintain a clear, coherent aura through intentionality and presence to create a gravitational pull, not chasing the future, but becoming that version of ourselves that already exists in the future in the 0 point field. That version that we can pull out of the 0 point field into our physical reality so that it becomes manifest. Are you ready to take command of your auric field? Are you ready to lead your existence, your life in this physical arena through the resonance of your aura? So while you are an individual leader of your own field, you are also a node in a larger communal web. And when a group of people, each leading their own aura, come together with a shared vision, they create a resonant, harmonic field. And this communal leadership of this communal resonant harmonic field isn't about top-down control, it is about field coherence. When a group aligns their energetic output, the pull on the 0 point field becomes stronger. That is why we get more healing that is lasting when we attend mass communal healing sessions. This is how movements are born. This is how systemic shifts occur, not just through your own personal physical labor, but by a collective agreement to stabilize a specific high frequency possibility until a new default reality is birthed. So the practical applications of pulling the future in. First and foremost, it is neutrality, entering the 0 point within yourself, that stillness. Then secondly, it is through visualization, identifying the particular data stream of that future version of yourself that you are intending to become. And then thirdly, embodiment of that feeling, that frequency that you need to become in order to pull that future version of yourself that you are becoming. We attract what we have become. And what we have become is that frequency that we hold within our electromagnetic aura, how it feels when we will have become that future version of ourselves. Is it fulfillment? Is it peace? Is it wholeness? Is it abundance? What is it that you are teaching yourselves right now to feel chemically as if you have already become that future version of who you are becoming with your frequency? We will get and tap into that future version of ourselves when we have matched our frequency that we are feeling right now in our physical selves, because it is this frequency that we embody that is going to pull the future version of ourselves into our physical reality so that we can experience it fully. So by treating your energy as your primary tool, you cease to be a victim of circumstances and you become an architect of the vacuum, drawing order out of the infinite chaos of the field. Are you ready to step into your future that is most aligned with who you are right now? Jeffrey Ellen developed a way in which one can quickly relearn to work with active spiritual energy to transform your world and manifest the reality you want, a system that allows anyone to rediscover those hidden abilities lying dormant in the human energy body, like heightened intuition, heightened awareness, and heightened sensitivity, to tap into your spiritual body to easily fine-tune your physical world for more health, for more wealth, for more love and inner peace and clarity. And we can reach out into that future version of ourselves and pull in the right possibilities and receive higher guidance to encounter the opportunities we are destined for. Are you willing to get into that silent, still place where you can receive that inspired action? Because the cosmos, the universe, the creator already knows where you need to be. And right now you are receiving whispers of the path that you are to take, the place where you are meant to be. Are you willing to take that inspired action in the physical to get to that place, even if it may seem irrational to the rational mind? And when it comes to energy work, one of the challenges we have is overthinking everything. We are worried about whether we are doing it right, or we are worried if we haven't the right sensation. Surely we wouldn't like to be engaging in the mind this way, because if we do, the mind becomes a hindrance. So there is an exercise that Jeffrey Ellen teaches that gives a quick way to get out of our overthinking mind and quiet our thoughts. It is known as the higher mind exercise. We looked at it last lesson when we said that normally we have our awareness right behind our eyes and between our ears. This is the place where we normally keep our awareness. And this is the place where our mind is also very active. And the exercise gets us to move out of this busy mind space that is behind our eyes and between the ears, which your index finger and thumb get to this area near your ears, and you move back towards the back of the head with your awareness, with your consciousness, as if you are pulling a zip backward. You will notice that if you find that place corresponding to the cerebellum in the brain that is the seat of the higher mind or the seat of being, all of a sudden everything quietens down and the noise begins to fade. And you are in this silent, still place where you access the 0 point field of pure potential. And this silent place is your higher mind, your superconscious mind. And once you have access to your superconscious, higher mind or 0 point field, the doors of the field are opened. And this is why you can set the intention for that future version of yourself that you are becoming. And imagine there is something in your work. If there is something in your work or relationships or some decisions you need to make, simply visualize. Visualize that as the different paths out in front of you. Then you energetically, from that space in your higher mind, just imagine you are moving down the first path of the paths in front of you. You want to become a world-class author. And you are visualizing where you want to publish your book from. And one of the paths is with one publisher, another one is with another publisher, and the third path is with another publisher. And all these paths are straight in front of you, and you're visualizing all that in your mind's eye. Go down the first path. How does that feel? What are you doing with the first publisher? What are the people around you that are going to be the sole clients, the sole readers that are going to be attracted to your book? What are the people around you saying about your book? Does it feel like this future path is the one for you? Sense that, not thinking about it, simply sense it. Then rewind back to the fork in the road where all the paths you envisioned are. Move down the second path, sense how it feels. Do you feel happy? Do you feel joyous? Whatever it is that matches the intention you want to achieve as a world-class author, rewind and go to the next path. No matter how many paths you have, whether it is 1, 2, or 3, at the end, do one important thing according to Jeffrey Allen. Imagine a new path appears that you hadn't thought of. That different path that is different from anything you've ever considered before. And this is where the surprise often comes in. You were thinking of only having a book that is bound, that is printed, but this path is telling you that you need an ebook. So imagine yourself going down that path. Notice how it feels and what's happening around you. Getting a sense of how that future will be for you, where you have both the book that is bound and the e-book. Then come back to the fork in the road. Notice all these paths in front of you. Notice which one is right for you. So imagine sending some light down the paths that are right for you, saying yes to that version, future version of you that you like. Trim of the ones that are not feeling right for you. And this is a simple way to change the energy and move it in the direction that you require. When you use Jeffrey's technique this way, even when you have not done anything in the physical world, things start to move down those paths, and your life will start to look like the paths you visualized. And this exercise is also good for getting rid of that fear of presenting, that fear of meeting the judges for your defense of your thesis for research, that fear of going for an interview, or the fear of going for a date. So are you ready for a quantum reach to collapse the version of your future self into the now? To reach into the future isn't to wait for time to pass, but to navigate the 0-point field, underlying the sea of infinite energy and information that connects every dot together so that you can experience the future right now within your body, teaching your cells chemically to feel how it would feel as if you've already achieved that future version of yourself. As we come to the end of this presentation, the principles that are key for accessing the future possibilities. You already know them. We saw them in our last topic. 0-point neutrality, observer effect, and heart-based coherence, where you cultivate gratitude and love and appreciation to line your internal bioelectromagnetic field of your aura with that future version of yourself that you want. So there are 4 techniques to pull in that desired version of yourself. And the first one is to drop identity and time. And we do this by meditating and imagining being no one and no thing and releasing our attachment to who you have been in the linear passage of time. The second one is to feel the energetic signature of the future version of yourself that you are becoming. Rather than just visualizing, feel the emotional, physical sensation of the desired future right now. And this feeling is the signal that connects you to that specific potential of the future version that you are becoming. 3, declare and command. From that quietened state of stillness, of that unshakable stillness, declare your attention such as, I am the fulfillment, the abundance, the peace and wholeness. And when you focus on that frequency, the 4th step is to sustain that frequency, that beingness. Remember, when you have become that frequency, that's when that future version of yourself will be drawn to you because it listens to the vibration that you have become. And when the vibration that you have become matches the vibration of the future version of yourself, it manifests. So the question I leave with you today is, how does your headspace feel right now after just thinking through those 4 steps? Enjoy your evening. Namaste. See you next time.